Demon Hunter, Hatred and Discipline. Vala smelled the rotting dead from a mile away. The air was warm despite the clouds that blanked Honduras as the Demon Hunter arrived in what was left of Holbrook, once a tiny, struggling farm community, now a deserted ghost town, or so it seemed. The heavy stench of putrefaction suggested that the residents were still present, just not among the living. Vala's mentor, Josen, stood in the center of the village, considering a pile of debris, scattered mason stones, upturned rock and soil. He was dressed in the attire of the demon hunter's calling. The soft light reflected dully of the plate armor that adorned half his body. His twin crossbows were slung from his thighs within easy reach. His hood was down, and his cloak snapped in the gusting wind. Vala was clothed in similar fashion, the greatest difference being the long, dark scarf she wore that even now covered the lower half of her face. The sawyer's daughter slowed her horse, dismounted, and waited for a moment, silent and still, assessing. There was barely a discernible, persistent hum. The only signs of life came from Josen and the two other hunters, one searching for derelict structures, another standing near a run-down storehouse. Whatever had happened here, they were too late to do anything about it. Now it was a matter of looking for survivors. That was, after all, the second most important thing her people did: feed and shelter those left homeless in the aftermath of an unthinkable catastrophe. Guide them, encourage them, heal them, educate and train them, to do the most important thing, should they choose: become a demon hunter and annihilate the hellspawn responsible for evils like this. Josen continued studying the rubble intently as Vala approached. "I came as quickly as I could," she stated, lowering her scarf. The faint thrumming sounded droned on. Josen's eyes remained fixed. "We should not be here," his voice was loose gravel. "Had Delius succeeded in his task, we would not be here." His shimmering eyes finally met hers. "Tell me what you see." Vala gazed at the upheaval. The masonry and timber were familiar, as was a dark liquid spattered across them. But there was also black substance throughout, like tar, that she did not recognize. "The town, well," Vala offered. "The demon emerged from here, wounded. Given the presence of demon blood, Delius managed that much at least. I only pray that he died a hunter's death." Josen kicked at the dirt. Beneath the surface, the soil was wet. "This happened no more than a day ago. After." Vala waited for Josen to continue. When it didn't, she asked, "After what?" The master hunter's expression was unreadable. "Follow me," he replied. As they approached the storehouse, the hum rose in a volume, a penetrating, vibrant buzz. As the thrumming grew, the fetid stench grew also. The hunter stationed out front swung open the tall doors. A thick, dark mass, a living cloud of flies escaped. And though the smell of degenerating flesh was familiar to Vala, the potency of its assault nearly drove her to her knees. She pulled her scarf tight and choked back a bile. Within the barn-seized enclosure, the townspeople were piled in haphazard mounds. Men, women, many of them bloated, their midsections distended. Some of the bodies had ruptured, inside spilling out, maggots working their way over and through the viscera, fluid seeping from eyes, noses, mouths. Beneath the odor of decomposition was the unmistakable smell of feces. Hundreds of flies swarmed the carnage. Vala frowned. The wounds, while gruesome, were not those common to a hellspawn attack. These were stabbings, impalements, crushed skulls, not the shredding, dismemberment, and decapitation associated with most demon slayings. Josen spoke. "Delius was seen one day ago outside of Bramwell. He stormed into a bordello, killed everyone, then disappeared. Last night there was another massacre. 15 victims inside an opium den, killed by crossbow, bolt and blade. Vala's eyes widened in disbelief. Joseph answered her unspoken question. He fell to the demon's corruption. He's lost to us now, no better than a demon himself. It was a horrific development, one every demon hunter faced, navigating the threshold between good and evil. All too easy for hunters to lose their ability to control their fear or hatred and cross over to the other side. But this was not the work of Delius. This was something different. Vala hid her unease. Perhaps that is so, but no hunter is responsible for what we see here. No demon either. Agreed. Do you think they turn on one another? Possible, Joseph answered flatly before departing. Vala scanned the corpse's mounds once more. Nothing. Noting something odd, there were no children among them. Outside, Joseph stood at his horse. Vala hurried to him. I completed my last assignment. What orders now? We continue searching for survivors. Come sunrise, I'll ride to Bramwell, and I'll find Delius. Perhaps it's not too late for him, the master hunter said, but his minor hesitation spoke differently. Vala squared her shoulders. I'll go seek out the demon then. No, Joseph shot back. You're not ready. Vala stepped closer. Come again? The master hunter turned to her, his tone remaining even. I said, you are not ready. We know very little of what we're dealing with, what its methods are. We believe it's a demon that feeds on terror. But Delius had that information as well, and it wasn't enough to prepare him. A demon such as this, Joseph's eyes fell slightly. It will reach into your mind and uncover every fear, every doubt, every regret. No matter how deeply buried, it will pit you against yourself. The master hunter's eyes snapped up, looking at Vala. Remember your failure at the ruins. That was different. A demon of rage, Vala protested. Rage, hate, fear. They all feed upon one another. A demon hunter learns how to direct hate, but such a balance is precarious. And when that balance is lost, the cycle begins. Hate begets destruction. Destruction begets terror, as terror begets hate, as... I've heard that 1,000 times, Vala blurted. Then mark it well. You are still young, and you have much to learn. If I've taught you anything, it's that a demon hunter must always temper hatred with discipline. So calm yourself. The demon is wounded, inactive for now. I'll send another hunter. Joseph turned to leave, but Vala was not done. I'll go after Delius then. Joseph looked back. You'll stay here and help search for survivors. Delius is mine. Those are my orders. The master hunter then strode away, calmly, and somehow that infuriated Vala all the more. She wanted him to yell, to scream, to show some damned hint of emotion. Not ready. I am not ready? After all I have been through, how dare you tell me what I am not ready for? Vala whispered. An instant later she was astride her horse. Which way would the demon have gone? Vala glanced at the blood among the debris. There was no trail outside the radius of the cast-off. No help here. To the east sat only mountains. To the west, the Gulf of Westmarch. Far to the south lay New Tristram. But the demon was wounded. Would it take a chance on a longer journey south? Or would it travel northeast, where it might find more small farming communities like this one? More easy prey. The closest village, Havenwood, was less than a day away. The choice was made.